Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2017 Grey Ogre Games Invitationals. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round two, Mick, and we've got an absolute doozy.
Yeah. Like, this is what we weren't expecting. We were expecting, this is Group D. This is Group D. This is the 0-1 table. Yeah?
But
We were expecting these two players to be the other way, 1-0, right?
yeah,
At least I was expecting this to be 1-0.
it's hard though in this field with 16 good players. Someone's got to lose.
Somebody
Someone has to
somebody
lose.
wins, somebody loses.
So, and we're going to see that. So,
okay, let's talk about the decks. We have Kelvin Chen on the left side and Ilham on the right side. Kelvin is playing Mono Red Control.
he's playing mono red control in modern.
This is the deck.
And we'll bring up the deck list very quickly. So 4 Goblin Rabbit Master, a Singleton Hazaret, 2 Magus of the Moon, a Peering Kiran Nalar, 4 Seeming Spirit Guide, 1 Chandra Pyro Master, which is the 4 mana 1 from M13, 4 Chandra Torture Defiance, 1 Koth of the Hammer, 2 Abrade, 4 Desperate Ritual, 1 Pyretic Ritual, 2 Slagstorm, 4 Blood Moon, and then the important cards, 4 Chalice of the Void, 4 Ensnaring Bridge,
Well, the 4 Blood Moon, yeah. So 4 Blood Moon, 4 Chalice of Void, 4 Ensnaring.
4 Gemstone
Bridge.
Cavern, 16 Mountains, and 1 Mutavault. So, looking at this deck, which is a pile of random red cards, what does it want to do?
Either one of these cards will stop your opponent. Either Blood Moon or Chalice of Void or Ensnaring Bridge, or the combination of either will stop your opponent. And you want to get this down on like turn 2, right? So very, very strong, very strong cards. And you can get it down on turn 2 using the Simian Spirit Guides,
or the rituals.
All the rituals,
Yeah, so you could go Living the Dream turn 1 Blood Moon.
Yeah, and then that just shuts out your opponent for the entire game.
Yeah. So maybe I think, and that's what I think Calvin wants to do in this deck. Presumably, is just cast those lock cards as soon as possible. So depending on who he's playing against, he wants a Blood Moon or a Chalice of the Void or a Ensnaring Bridge on turn 1 or 2, lock out the opponent, and then just
like
win the game in a leisurely fashion with a Hazaret or a Goblin Rabbit Master.
Okay, so let's take a look at Ilham's list. Ilham is playing the Grixis Death Shadow match. He is, this is the original Grixis. This is the one where you still have your Stubborn Denials, you have your Teemo Battle Rages, you have everything in here that will help you lose life, get Death Shadow as big as possible, and then you want to Teemo Battle Rage and get over, all that damage.
Snapcaster Mages, Gurmag Anglers, which we didn't see in Zongi's deck earlier.
Yep.
Tassigers. He's really going deep on filling the graveyard as quickly as possible,
and
then delving something big and then attacking.
Yep. So these of course all work with the Stubborn Denials and such. Okay, so we are going to get the match underway, and players I think are waiting for our command. All right, and round 2 is a go. Kelvin versus Ilham, and wow.
Well, so so Bloodstained Mire immediately, and then we're going straight for the Thoughtseize down to 15 life.
Do you take the ritual? I think so. Ilham's deck requires 1 mana stuff. The Serum Visions, the Lightning Bolts, the Thoughtseizers, Stubborn Denials. You just take the Chalice of Void? No.
Yeah, I mean.
No, I don't think you take the Chalice of Void.
You think you take the ritual?
I take the ritual. Well, okay. So here's a little tough. It's a little tough to be in Ilham's spot here. He's gone down to 15. The Thoughtseize only brings him down to 15. If he's got a Street Rave, then it goes down to 13, which is great. If he does have a Street Rave, then you take the Magus of the Moon.
Okay. Calvin has quite a slow hand though.
Yeah.
He needs the ritual to power out. He can go turn 2 ritual and then play the Magus of the Moon follow up, but he can't play the Chandra, or he can go turn 2 Chalice of the Void for 1.
Right.
So it's interesting. It will see in how Ilham wants to attack Calvin, who's quite reactive and is just going to sit there, play some lands.
Yeah, that ritual turn to Magus of the Moon could shut down Ilham for a while, and it does provide a blocker for Kelvin. But you don't want him to go turn to Chalice of Void either.
And looking at the mono red control deck list, it doesn't actually do much in the early game. The only things they have available is sort of two Abrade, which to interact with the creatures.
And looking at the mono red, this is Mark by the way. Looking at the mono red, looking at the mono red control deck, right? Is there something interesting that the players have pointed out?
What?
It's because Kelvin Chen is seeded 16, which means the 4 Kaven of Gemstone Kaven is always gonna be.
Oh, it's always
Yeah.
online.
It's
always
Okay,
online.
right.
Something a little nice.
things to note,
So he
right?
knew that coming in as last place, he'd always get the Gemstone Caverns on.
A
Yeah.
little more information about Kelvin. He has 0 championship points.
Congratulations.
saying. Yeah,
Congratulations, Calvin.
Kelvin did not play a single seasonal qualifier. If you sit down for a seasonal qualifier, you get 1. I have 1. No, I have 3 championship points because I qualified for all 3 seasonal qualifiers, but I didn't get to play, obviously. But yeah, Kelvin has 0, absolutely 0. But he did make it to the invitationals through the last chance qualifiers.
And
Ilham, on the other hand, is like the extreme end. Like he's got 17. He only played 2 seasonal qualifiers and he got 17.
Wow, and a
so-
second thought seized from Ilham here. So what do you take? So we saw Calvin drew another mountain for his turn.
You take the Chalice.
You said Chalice is gone.
Yeah, for sure. Like Chalice shuts down so many parts of your deck. Like it shuts down your Stubborn Denials, your Thought Seizers, your Fatal Pushes,
Your Death Shadows.
your Death Shadows. That's a lot. I mean, there is still a lot of other cards that you can play, like the Gurmag Angler, like the Tarsighers, like the Snapcasters. But then the Snapcasters won't be as effective because all your stuff are like 1 or 2 mana. So
And we're going to see Ilham play a Polluted Delta,
Death
get
Shadow,
a basic swamp for Death Shadow, which is the 2/2
all right, so Ritual and
then
shoots out a
Magus of the Moon.
Magus of the Moon.
So Magus for the Moon is that all non-basic lands are mountains.
Yes.
So
that is
Ilham
correct.
now, that's why Ilham went to get the swamp.
Let's bring it
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Magus of the Moon. It is a Blood Moon with a body. Costs the exact same, casting cost as Blood Moon itself. Non-basic lands are mountains. It is a 2/2. I always thought it was or at least the art kind of suggested that it was like some kind of Minotaur type thing. I always thought it
human
was
wizard.
but it's a human wizard with a lot of scraggly hair.
Yeah.
Very strange. But yeah, Death Shadow here gonna be able to get in.
Yeah.
Death Shadow is a what, 1/1 now?
Death Shadow is a 1/1.
Unfortunately, Ilham here without the shock lance is going to be a bit tough to power out your or get your life total down to a reasonable amount.
However, he can use his Steam Vents as a basic mountain now because so he can play the Gurmag Angler, and we see a Chalice of the Void for 1 from Calvin Chen. That doesn't really do much against a Gurmag Angler,
Yeah, it's big.
and the Death Shadow's already out there as well.
Yeah, but Chalice for 1 like shuts down a lot of things on Ilham's side. Like, the number of 1-drops that Ilham has is incredible.
So I mean, it shuts down the namesake card Death Shadow,
Uh-huh.
then it shuts down Fatal Push, Inquisition of Kozilek, Serum Visions, Stubborn Denial, Thought Seize, Thought Scour. So that's like 50% of
The-
50% of the deck, but like 70% of the cards that are actually do things in
Useful
the
card,
deck.
yeah.
So
Jeez.
yeah, but it is but that's what Calvin's deck does, right? It's a lock
Yeah.
deck. It wants to Chalice of the Void you as soon as possible, or play an Ensnaring Bridge so you can't attack, or play a Blood Moon so your lands don't do anything, and then grind you out.
Yeah. Especially like he's mono red. So
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care about all your stuff.
We're seeing it.
Ilham, I don't think you attack the Chandra there, but Chandra can get out of control very, very quickly.
And we see a second Chandra. So a quick score update. We've seen that Guowei who won our the first round feature match against Jeffrey Chan, has taken game 1 against Danny Seat.
Yeah,
Guowei
Guowei
playing Affinity. Danny Seat playing Mardu Pyromancer.
Actually, Mardu Pyromancer does have a good matchup against Infinity.
Guowei's been playing well. And then if you're looking for live updates, we'll be posting them on greggames.com
Yeah,
throughout the day. So go there, see the results, and then subscribe to the Twitch chat channel as well, and you get
Yeah.
you get
You get a
everything.
little
Get
Grey
Grey
Ogre
Ogre
games,
games,
like
emotes. Is that what they're called?
it's Avatar emote. I don't know.
Avatar.
Yeah, you get like little icon.
You get an
So
icon.
Twitch icon.
Okay.
The GOG Twitch icon. Very cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah, and so you saw.
Especially if you got like Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So Calvin plays the second charge of Pyromancer. Wow. Calvin blocks with the Magus of the Moon.
All right, so that gives Ilham some, access to quite a few cards right now, or quite.
Do you like blocking there? Calvin's basically saying that Chandra is more
Is m-
important to this game than Blood Moon on a body.
Yes, I think that is a valid assessment, because right now, Kelvin has Chalice on turn. He's got Chalice on 1. Which means Ilham in casting his Thought Seizers. Ilham won't be casting his
Wow,
Tasigur
Tasigur.
instead. But he won't be casting a lot of spells right now. And
Wow.
Ilham here has been kind of trying to focus down that Chandra, which actually he should just attack his opponent right now.
So the Chandra, Ilham is at 5 life.
Yeah.
And if the Chandra keeps flipping cards off and dealing 2 damage, that's not many activations.
Not left, yeah.
So, but we just don't see much from Calvin. Unfortunately, he's just been drawing a lot of lands. Yeah, Chalice of the Void for 3. Okay.
What's at 3? I would expect
So
2 though.
Colligan's command. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so no, he's gonna go for 2 instead.
Again for 2. So that's Snapcaster Mage, Team of Battle Rage.
Team of Battle Rage is the most important one of them.
Yeah. But he can just be attacked by some Delve creatures now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So attack with a Tasigur, attack with a Gurmag Angler, down to 5, take 9.
Kelvin here once and Ensnaring Bridge off the top, doesn't draw it.
Doesn't
and
draw it in
scoops
games
up,
too. Yeah.
So Ensnaring Bridge was the only thing that would have saved him, which is why I think Kelvin retracted and didn't play
Yeah, on a 3
the-
because it would count the Blood Moon on a 3. The Chalice
the
on a
Chal-
3 because it's a
Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, because that's what he wants. He wants the Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, let's talk about the sideboard. So what does Kelvin have in his
So
sideboard?
Calvin has 1 Anger of the Gods, 3 Eidolon of the Great Revel, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Kozilek's Return, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Shattering Spree, 2 Spellskite, 2 Sorcerous Spyglass
Whoa.
from Ixalan,
Whoa.
and then 1 Torpor Orb.
Whoa.
I like the Relic of Progenitus here to get rid of the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like much else. Maybe the Sorcerous Spyglass comes in.
No, I actually feel that maybe the Eidolon of the Great Revel comes in.
But then, so you're hoping that doesn't. So you're hoping that they play cheap spells rather than their expensive delve cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the expense, you have to play your cheap spells.
to get to your
to be-
expensive delve spells.
That's right. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Kelvin here sideboards in the Eidolon of the Great Revel, because he put the Chalice on 1, and Ilham's just stuck. He
yeah.
couldn't do anything other than just look at his hands, yeah, that's nice. But of course he did manage to find his 5 delve creatures. Yeah, 4 delve creatures. 2 or 4 of these delve creatures, 1 Gurmag Angler and 1 Tasigur. So that was kind of
Yeah, fortuitous.
fortunate.
Yeah, he drew the half of his deck he needed to draw in that game.
Mhm.
He didn't really want to see Death Shadows and Snapcaster Mages. He wanted to see the big fatties
Yeah.
who are going to do big chunks of damage
The
and can-
actual big fatties.
and can threaten Planeswalkers as well, can threaten Chandras.
Yep.
Because a Snapcaster looks less intimidating against a Chandra than a Gurmag Angler does.
Okay, then on Ilham's side, let's take a look at Ilham's side. His sideboard: 1 by force, 2 ceremonious rejections, 2 collective brutalities, 2 disdainful strokes, 1 dread ball, 1 static is that Staticaster, 2 Kozilek's Return, 1 Kolaghan's Command, 1 Liliana Last Hope, and 2 Liliana of the Veil. Wow. Okay.
1 Colligan's Command looks like it might be good
For sure,
against
for
the
sure.
artifacts.
It goes in with the other Kolaghan's Command that's in the main board.
Maybe Collective Brutality because he wants to attack
The hand,
the
right?
hand.
Well, it can only take instants or sorcery, so not that
Not that
great.
good.
Yeah.
Then maybe I guess he has the By Force, which is for the affinity matchup. So Bifrost X red, destroyed X target artifacts.
But in this case, Bifrost might actually be good.
That's what I was going to say, because you can use
Get
it
rid
on
of the
chal-
ensnaring
chalice-
bridge, all the
chalice
chalices. So,
avoid-
and it does bypass the Bifrost bypasses the chalice of the void.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. So no matter how much or how high you put the chalice, like you will be able to get across this
and
spell.
the other one I'm looking at is ceremonious rejection, which counters
Colorless.
spells. So do you bring it in because you're really scared of Chalice of the Void?
If chalice of the void were to drop, it'll drop on turn 1.
Yeah, so that's what Calvin's
That's what
hoping
Calvin
on the
wants to
play,
do,
right?
right?
He
Yeah.
wants to play. He wants to get rid of a gemstone a card with gemstone caverns,
Or
have
Simian
a
Spirit
Simian
Guide,
Spirit Guide
yeah.
played Chalice of the Void on turn 1.
So I think I think you just bring in the what you call it, Kolaghan's command,
Kolaghan's command.
almost and a drip ball,
Okay.
right, against the planeswalkers.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
there's a lot more planeswalkers in Calvin's deck.
Yeah, and then what do you think Ilum takes out here? Do you think he takes out maybe a Dismembers, Fatal Pushes? He's got a lot of removal that doesn't seem like it's that good.
Yeah, I think you take out the Dismembers. The Fatal Push you might want to keep in because you know your opponent's deck, which then if they play Eidolon of the Great Revel, like you might be in trouble. Then again, you want the Eidolon of Great Revel to deal you a bit of damage, right? Before just the additional amount of damage so that you can get down your Death Shadows early in the game. All right. Let's jump over to our other feature match area. Reeve versus Wing Hing. So this is also in Group D. Reeve won his game against Ilham, so he's 1-0, and Wing Hing as well. Was it? No. Are they? No, Reeve won, right?
Yeah, Reeve was playing Ilum in the first.
Yeah. So Reeve won.
I think
He was one game up, but maybe
Yeah.
he didn't win. I don't know.
so. Reeve is playing Green Blacktron,
Yeah.
pretty standard configuration. One Ulamog, one Walking Blister, one World Breaker, a couple of Wormcoil engines, Khan Zugans, etc.
Tron, yeah,
He's playing Tron.
You know Tron.
And Weng Heng is playing 4-color Saheeli Rai. Yes, Saheeli Rai.
Yes.
And he's
Question mark.
he's got modern all stars such as Angel of Sanctions.
Uh-huh. Ilham won. Sorry.
yeah.
This is the 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, this is the 1-0.
So
table.
one Angel of Sanctions. He's got one Riverwise Augur, which I had to look up yesterday because I thought it was a spelling mistake. But that's the 3 and a blue 3/2 Merfolk from Rivals of Ixalan, which brainstorms. when it comes in.
Brainstorm Merfolk
Yeah.
of all things.
And then he's got 4 Saheeli Rai and the Felidar Guardians, and basically the basic premise of his deck, I spoke to him about this earlier, is that he has a turn 2 kill.
Turn to kill, yeah.
If he has the right, he needs a Renegade Rallier, a Lotus Cobra, a Fetch Land, a Mana Dork, and a Saheeli Rai in hand.
Oh,
and
goodness,
with that
that's how
combination
much.
and an Eldritch Evolution, and with that combination of cards, he can play. He can
win
play
the game,
Lotus
right? Yeah.
Cobras, get manas, Renegade Rallier, batch Fetch Lands, play loads of mana. Go Eldritch Evolution for Felidar Guardian, untap something, play a Saheeli Rai, and then go infinite with Saheeli and Felidar Guardian.
Wow, that is a long set of,
And I said to him, if you do that, I'll be very impressed. Because that is but it plays sort of like the mid-rangey, sort of value decks that we've seen with Eldritch Evolution. There's no Chord of Callings. There's no Collected Companies in this deck. He's got a lot of creatures, Eldritch Evolutions, and Oath of Nisses.
Right.
So he's basically all in on the combo. He's got 3 Felidar Guardians, 4 Saheeli Rais. So he's trying to get to the combo any way
As
he
fast,
can.
yeah,
And the Oath of Nisses obviously allow you to cast Planeswalkers with any
any
color
colour,
mana. Yeah, it's just it's like standard deck from last year with a couple of other bits and pieces added on.
Oh man, but those couple of bits and pieces that you're mentioning,
Yeah,
they're really good.
They're really good,
They're
yeah.
really good bits and pieces, yo.
They're really good, yeah.
Lotus Cobra, like
Lotus
being
Cobra.
one of them.
Yeah, and just some Scavenging Ooze, Sun Titans, Thragtusk.
It's crazy. Like there's all one-offs except for the Birds of Paradise, the Lotus Cobras, Felidar Guardians, and Voice of Resurgence, like, and Renegade Ralliers. Like this is a crazy deck. Like Wing Hing, of course, Wing Hing also one of those like old timey players, like way back in the day. Used to play in the nationals for the Singapore team. So
Yeah.
very scary. Very scary to be playing against him. But looks like Reeve maybe getting the advantage here.
Yeah, so
with,
Reef has Tron,
Reeve has
and he
many parts Tron.
and he
now.
has Ulamog as well. So that in my mind, that's quite good.
That's, I don't know.
That seems like it's quite
we'll
good.
see how it plays out.
We
right?
will,
Like,
yeah. But it seems like Ulamog finishes the game so quickly,
Yeah.
either through the damage,
Or you just get rid of
through
your
the-
threats.
yeah, or through the library.
Yeah.
And I don't really know.
Path to Exile. I mean, like Path to Exile is still a
Yeah, he's so Wang Heng has Path to Exile in the sideboard, but
Unfortunately,
nothing. So
yeah.
in the main deck, he doesn't have many answers to an Ulamog.
Well, Angel of Sanctions would have been a good answer, but of course, Angel of Sanctions got exiled away by the Ulamog just now. Okay, we are going to move back to our original table, our feature match table here with Kelvin.
And here we
Ilham.
go. Chalice of the Void
All right,
for one.
Chalice for one.
Ilham, can you play Magic this game?
All
We're about to find out.
All right. No Thought Scours, no Death Shadow on turn one, and just gonna pass the turn.
Bloodstain Mire. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Second mountain says go.
He's looking for Bifrost for sure. Not even gonna be able to play that Ceremonious Rejection. So yeah, he brought in Ceremonious Rejection. I was thinking like, yeah, that's not gonna help you.
Next level.
Next level, yeah.
Yeah.
You know your opponent's gonna like Chalice on turn one, right?
Well, that's Kelvin. That's Calvin's game plan.
Yeah.
Chalice on one is Calvin's. game.
Chalice on one or Blood Moon on one. Like, yeah, what you got, opponent?
So Ilham cracking the Bloodstain Mire, taking 3, gonna go get a Shockland, Polluted Delta. So what's Ilham's plan now? Now that there's a Chalice of the Void on one, what does he try and do?
Man, that is a good question. He could actually just start casting spells. Like, fill up your graveyard, look for that Gurmag Angler, and then, and then go for it. Like, he could cast a spell and look at his opponent. Like, I'm pretty sure Kelvin's not going to miss his trigger.
Yeah.
Because these are, we mentioned this on Wednesday. Like, you miss the trigger. If you let the spell resolve and you miss the trigger, then that's a missed trigger. That's not like, it's not compulsory. Or I won't say it's not compulsory, but you miss the trigger, both of you get a game rule violation. But yeah, that's what happens.
So we see Calvin cast turn 3. So play a ritual,
Chandra.
play a Chandra, but he has a Chalice of the Void in hand. Do you like him playing Chalice of the Void for 2? Do you like him playing Chalice of the Void for 2 instead of playing the Chandra? Because then that locks out so much of Ilham's deck. Or do you like the Chandra on the battlefield more?
I like this Chandra on the battlefield.
Okay.
More. Like it's an imposing threat. Like there's no possible way that Ilham here is going to
Get a threat down
get
and
a
attack
threat
the
down.
Chandra.
Exactly. Even if he's got a Tasigur. Like right now, Ilham just needs to cast spells. Like he casts spells, he fills up his graveyard, and then he gets a Gurmag Angler down, and then Kelvin is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so Chandra goes up again.
All right, so now Chalice on 2. Okay,
Play
no.
Ritual.
Now Chalice on 3. So that's
Yeah, Chalice.
5.
Oh, and Ilham just
Chalice on 3,
scoops
and
it
Ilham's
up.
Like, yep.
Wow,
my
and
Pelican's
that's
command is not
it.
going to work.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Right. That's
game 2.
That's what Calvin wanted to do. That's his whole game. That's how he gets wins.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Play first from the 16th seed, so you got to lose the first game.
You got to lose the first
Then on the
game
game
first,
2, Simian Spirit Guide, Mountain, Chalice of the Void on 1.
Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Let's move over back to our other table, yeah?
And we're still in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And broadly the same board position, although Wang Heng does now have a Felidar Guardian. So he's got one half of the combo.
Mm-hmm. Wanna put up. How do I oh, okay, here we go. We put in the scene. Yeah, you're wondering what I'm doing, right? Like, yeah. There. Picture in picture, so that we can keep track of both games at the same time. There we go. There we go.
This is new.
This
We're
is new?
we're charting
It's like-
new ground today.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah, we're
It's
charting
crazy.
new ground.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still Reeve still, that Ulamog is just gonna presumably
Take
carry
over
him
this
to,
game,
carry
yeah,
him to
exactly.
victory. Yeah,
Unless, of course, Wei Hing, just has a Sahili Rai.
yeah. I
on
mean,
the
Sahili
battlefield.
here, yeah, he doesn't have the mana to cast. Oh, he does because he got the Birds of Paradise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh, what is
whoa.
it? It's
Whoa,
3
whoa,
mana.
Whoa.
Is it? Is
Whoa,
he gonna
Reeve is-
snatch victory from the jaws of? No, that looks like a renegade.
it's
It looks like a renegade rally.
But what does he get back? Maybe over. Okay, so
So renegade
he
rally
gets back Oath of Nissa, right?
with the Nissa.
Right.
And then
Get rid of
so
one also.
so get rid of one, yeah, and he's going to look at the top 3. So he's looking for a
Sahili,
Sahili right now. So you see Birds of Paradise, Misty Rainforest, a second bird. Is that 2 Birds of Paradise?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's unfortunate. He does not want to see those.
Well, I think you just take the land
Yeah, he's going to take the
and
land.
just pass.
And we can see Riverwise Augur on the battlefield. So Weng Heng has brainstormed in Modern.
When we switched in, and then I saw the Revised Augur, I thought it was a Deathrite Shaman. I was like, Wei Hing, this is not Legacy, bro. This is also in Legacy, like, it looks like Deathrite Shaman. Come on, look at
It
it.
does. It does. It does. It's similar-ish art, but the giveaway is that it's blue rather than black or green.
Like when it's far away. So I mean, like our preview screens are a lot smaller than the
no.
screens that you have at home, right? It kind of looks like
Yeah, I see the
green-blackish,
same
right?
angling. So Deathrite Shaman has the angle, so it's like I'm standing in the left of the frame, facing
With
the right of the frame with the staff. Yeah. And we see Reeve Kraken Expedition map. And does he need more? Does he need more mana at this point? I guess the Tron deck always wants more mana.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like he's got, last game or the last turn he got the what's it called, the Walking Ballista. So why
Yeah.
not go ballistic, man?
Yeah, and what we see is Reeve doesn't have any coloured mana available.
Mm.
He's just only on the mono. Here we go, Walking Ballista
For five.
for 5. So Weng Heng at 8.
Yeah, so now it's going to be almost impossible for Wei Hing to combo off, because that Walking Ballista can just like start pinging down the Sahili
Rai.
Rai. So they're very good,
Very good hedge. Yeah.
against this combo deck.
Yeah. Ah, look at this. They're just
Yeah, just show me your deck.
there's a Sahili. Sahili's a long way down there.
All right. That's 2 Sahili Rai.
Three
That's 3
Sahili
Sahili Rai.
Rais.
So if there's a 4th Sahili Rai, like Wei Hing's just.
So
not gonna
they
scoop
may
it
have
up.
been, yeah.
So that's 3 Sahili Rais already. A 4th one, I think Wei Hing can just scoop it up. Like there's no way that he's gonna be dealing 11 points of damage at this point in time.
So Renegade Rally jumps in front of the Ulamog, selfless sacrifice.
Yeah. I think you should have gone like Riverwise Augur.
Okay.
Block with the Riverwise Augur, because that Renegade Rally is like these few little life points do matter. Especially since Reeve. Is
I
at
guess the
11.
question is, if he has a Felidar Guardian, does he want to get something back from his graveyard, or does he want to brainstorm?
Right.
Because he could trigger
Okay,
the
yeah,
Renegade Rallier, trigger the Riverwise Augur, which I think probably has more utility. He's counting the library.
So there's like,
That's
come
what-
on, bro.
That's why you want to be in Modern, counting your library.
Do I have one more turn? All right, we are going to jump back to the feature match table A against it's Calvin Chen and Ilham Mulyawan. And if you just joined us, you are watching the 2017 Grey Ogre Games Invitationals. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts, alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Yeah, and we're in round 2, game
Round
3.
two.
Calvin Chen, mono red control
Yes.
versus Ilham on Grixis Death Shadow. Ilham's gonna go first, but Calvin he's got the Gemstone Caverns.
Yeah.
So Gemstone Caverns reads that if you have it in your opening hand and you're on the draw, we'll bring it up.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can exile a card from your hand, and then you can put Gemstone Caverns into play with a luck counter on it.
Yeah.
Now, when it has a luck counter on it, you can tap it for any color of mana.
Okay.
So, so Calvin's thinking about. Oh, he's exiled a card already.
He needs to exile a card. I
He needs
think
to-
he gets rid of the Sorcerer's Spyglass. I'm curious why he kept the Sorcerer's Spyglass in the, or why he brought the Sorcerer's Spyglass in.
I guess it's just a pithing needle. No, it's like you can't play the card. can
No,
see
you
the hand-
can't activate
Its
You
ability.
can't activate
We'll
the
bring
ability,
Sorcerer's
that's-
Spyglass up. But basically, it's 2 mana and it lets you.
Right. Maybe internet's a bit slow.
Yeah, and it
There we
yeah
go.
yeah. So
Activate abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So basically, you look at that Tasigur,
yep.
or you cast it, and then you say, "Oh, I don't want your Tasigur," and Tasigur can't be activated. So it's a curious addition to the sideboard, or a curious, sideboard in.
Yeah, it just I guess it's a in for the the decks which have a lot of activated abilities, right? So we're gonna see Calvin's hand. So we see a mountain, a Chandra Pyromaster, Spellskite, a Relic of Progenitus, and the Grafdigger's Cage, which is going to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. So I think here you take the Spellskite, right? I don't see what the Sorcerer's Spyglass is there for. Oh, he takes the Relic of Progenitus. Interesting. Okay, so he keeps the,
Suggests to me that Ilum has some cards he wants to delve,
Yeah, for sure.
a Tasigur or a Gurmag Angler.
The problem with Relic of Progenitus is, especially against Delve, right, is that you have to be proactive. So you got to figure out, okay, when is my opponent going to be playing all these things, and yeah. Oh,
Well, Chalice of the Void off the top
Advice
and play
off
for
the
1.
Top.
Sometimes you just need to get lucky.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes you just need to get lucky.
We were.
But Calvin now has no more lands.
That's right, but he's got the.
So he can play Spellskite, he can play Sorcerer's Spyglass, but that Chandra is 2 red.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to need to hit some more lands off the top, he's going to need to hit some more lands off the top.
He's got to hit a lot of lands.
Yeah,
off
he
the
needs
top,
to
right?
start drawing some. He needs to draw a couple more lands,
Mhm.
and we see Ilum now. Drew a Street Wraith for the turn, I believe, and then he's just thinking about how he wants to sequence his spells now. So yes, Golding Tarn,
Go for
Immediately.
basic swamp, I think.
basic.
Either basic island or basic swamp.
Well, you
but
can't get a basic.
No, you go for steam vents.
Yeah.
You go for steam vents because if your opponent's going to drop
Blood-
a blood moon, like
doesn't. Yeah.
you got a mountain anyway. Okay,
Yeah,
so
as
it
he's
goes
gone
for
for
a
basic eye. So
island.
he's hedging against the Blood Moon or the Mages of the Moon.
Sweet card art there.
So they're the,
I like the,
unhinged,
unglued.
unglued.
So all my thanks to Benjamin Huang, Christmas present from Ben Huang. He gave me like a whole set of unglued lands.
That's very generous.
It's very, very generous.
No
And,
one gave me a set of unglued lands.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I use them for drafting. Like,
Oh, okay. So-
It's so nice.
So we're going to see a Sorcerer's Spyglass.
I'm curious, like, why do we bring in a Sorcerer's Spyglass? Like, he
so it
can
must
probably
be for Tasigur.
okay, Tasigur, fetch lands, Street Wraith, right? That's the only things with
Activated ability.
activated abilities, right?
So Ilum does have a Colligan's Command
Mm-hmm.
and a 3rd mana.
So he might just go like he's got 3rd mana anyway, so he might just name Polluted Delta. Which I suspect that's what's going to happen. He names Polluted Delta. Ilham can't look for his red source. Unless, of course, he draws another red source, but doesn't.
So yeah, just to keep him off the Colligan's Command, keep him
Right.
on the, and I assume that, Ilum's game plan now is how do I get rid of the Chalice of the Void for
He
one?
needs to draw like a red source. Which is why I was... Yeah. Which is why I was curious why he did not... he didn't look for that Steam Vents last turn. Okay, Gurmag Angler here going to exile most of the cards in his graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So he exiles his entire graveyard. for that Gurmag Angler. Kelvin here just wants to land. Land off the top.
No.
Nope.
A second Spell Scout.
Yeah.
He's going to play the Spell Scout. Just as a blocker, presumably.
Yeah.
Or if the Colligan's command comes down.
Oh.
Calvin takes 5, down to 15.
The problem is that now that he's got the spell sky, right, he can
And
protect
the Chalice of the
Chalice,
Void by redirecting the Destroy Artifact, yeah.
Mark here saying Black Green Tron and Ulamox by Reef Cha is up one game against Wing Heng, which is our feature match
It's our
area.
backup feature match, yeah.
So, interesting. The second round, like I don't think anybody's completed the second round yet.
I don't think so. Everyone's still playing.
Taking a look at Pichun, yeah, Pichun against the Blue-White Control against Ken Hu. We have Looney against Chin Heng.
Or he's just seen a result.
Yeah.
Sheik Amarudin's beaten Ryan Loy.
Oh, okay.
That's a 1-1 get. That's a 0-1 game. So
0-1 game, yeah.
So Ryan Loy's going for an early lunch.
Yep. So
Thinking about standard.
first game or first player in the
Bottom bracket, yeah.
bottom bracket, yeah. Seyfert 0 saying men's not hot. Quick math. 2 games lost. No more games to play.
Early shower for Ryan Loy.
Yep.
In sports parlance. Come back, refocus on standard.
Oh, but you never know.
I mean,
Like,
you can still.
you could win.
He
like,
just needs to win out, right? From the bottom
every
bracket, he
single
can't
game,
lose
yeah.
a game now.
That's right. If you're in the top bracket, like it's interesting because the second half of today is going to be double elimination. You're in the top bracket. You just have to, you have one extra life. You can lose one game, and then still be in it. But
Yeah.
you've got to win every game after that. And your seeding is based on on this round, these 3 rounds where we play modern. Okay.
So Ilham's cracking a Bloodstone Mire here, going to get Steam Vents.
Okay. Presumably going to Kologan's command Kologan's command something, right?
Presumably you try and Kolagun's command the Chalice of the Void,
Yeah.
and then make Calvin redirect it back
To
to
the spell
sky.
Kill the spell sky. Take 2 damage. Attack with the Gurmag Angler. And of course get Kelvin to discard a card as well.
Yeah. And we see another update is that Guo Wei has won 2-0 against Danny Seat. So Guo Wei with his Affinity deck has beaten 2 Mardo Pyromancer decks on his way to the upper bracket.
Sweet.
So he was I think Jeffrey Chan was the one drafting that group, and he chose Guo Wei because he thought that the Mardu Pyromancer deck had a good matchup against Affinity.
It does.
And Guo Wei, well, it doesn't clearly because Guo Wei's just won against 2 Mardu Pyromancer decks.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Guo Wei, who's in the upper bracket.
Yeah, first upper bracket player. So if you wanna find out who's playing against who, the entire day is going to be uploaded onto GreatOgreGames.com. Just GreatOgreGames.com / overview. Okay. So yeah, just head on down for the group stage rounds, and it'll be updated accordingly throughout the day.
Yeah. We see a second spell Scott here for Calvin, and an ensnaring bridge as well now.
This is
Two cards in hand, so that Gurmag Angler is just going to be looking. He's going to be looking sad on the
very
other side.
awkward. Yeah.
But ensnaring bridge is so effective against the Death Shadow deck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, what's attacking? Snapcaster Mage? No, not even at the moment, right? It's nothing.
No. Yeah. Jeez, Ilham here just stuck, I guess.
Is Calvin Chen with an unlikely... so Ilham stepping away from the table to get a ruling.
Yep.
But is Calvin Chen going to pick up, sweep the group and just go 2-0 to the upper bracket?
That's what we were expecting. Like either Ilham had the worst of the draws. Like if you go to youtube.com/GreatOgreGames and watch the draft, Kelvin was the last guy to be drafted because of this deck. Like the deck that he's playing is just insane. Mono red control. Turn 2 Chalice for 1. Turn 2 Ensnaring Bridge. Turn 2 Blood Moon. or turn 1 Blood Moon, like that's game over for a lot of decks. You know, so Kelvin has the surprise win, and especially, you know, we did mention it earlier. He is 16 seed, which means that he will always have his gemstone mines, is it?
Yeah.
Online.
I love it.
Producing red mana. Even if it doesn't produce red mana, it's just like, sure.
Produces a colourless mana, which
Well,
is all the same for Chalice of the Void, which is really what it's there for.
Exactly. So, awesome.
So Ilum in a bit of a sticky situation now.
Yeah, man, you need another Dread Ball, or you need a Fatal Push. Oh no, Fatal Push doesn't work. So you need like a Dread Ball and a Kolaghan's Command, which ain't gonna be happening anytime soon. So Ilham here just has to play out like he hopes that his opponent, he has to hope that his opponent doesn't get lucky at all. So Kolaghan's Command here. Target your Ensnaring Bridge and make you discard a card.
And the second spell scope was really a killer because, you could
Yeah.
get rid of the first one, but the second one is just...
Wow, Ilham trying to burn Kelvin out. I don't think that was advisable.
So we're
or-
going to see Simian Spirit Guide discarded. And the spell scope goes away. Calvin draws Desperate Ritual into Chandra Pyromaster. So let's bring this Chandra Pyromaster up, because this is a card that you don't see.
Don't see very often,
You,
right?
you never see this in Modern.
Well, I guess so.
But I think what Calvin wants is he wants it for the 0 ability
Oh yeah.
to draw an additional card every turn.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with Ensnaring Bridge, is that Chandra is just going to go... that Chandra's just going to go untouched.
Wow. Okay, so by force here, getting rid
Wow.
of the entire. Whoa! What a draw off the top for Ilham. Just by
And
force.
another Ensnaring Bridge for Calvin Chen. Wow. So Ilham has 1 by force in his sideboard, and he drew it and had the mana available to cast to destroy all of the artifacts. And Calvin Chen drew another Ensnaring Bridge off the top and just played it as cool as you like.
It's like, yeah, easy game, you know.
So Ilham,
He did get rid of, Ilham did get rid of the Chandra Pyromaster.
did.
That's impossible.
and the Chandra Pyromaster is a way to win the game, because the +1 deals 1 damage to target player, and then
yeah.
1 damage up to 1 teacher that player controls. Now it doesn't matter. You're not going to kill a Gurmag Angler with a Chandra Pyromaster.
But you're taking, you're
But
shooting it for 1.
Yeah, and Ilham is at 5 life already because his game plan is getting to a low life total to cast Death Shadow.
Yeah.
And it just seems that Calvin Chen needs to cast every card he draws for the rest of the game. Well, Thought Scour. Ilham's going to mill himself for 2 Serum Visions, a Death Shadow,
Okay,
draw
yeah,
a card.
Death Shadow not very useful. He needs a
Death Shadow.
yeah. Well,
The Death Shadow is an 8/8.
Ilham here needs a Kolaghan's Command. Like another Kolaghan's Command.
Calvin
Would be
Chen
good.
passes the turn back. Thought Scour, end of turn, on himself.
Okay, so the reason why he starts scouring himself, that would be useful.
Ceremonious Rejection, Inquisition of Kozilek.
Reason why he starts scouring himself is because he
wouldn't-
might mill it into the graveyard where he uses his Snapcaster Mages to bring it back. So right now he wants a Snapcaster Mage.
So the other thing, presumably, is Tasigur, because then he can start using Tasigur's ability to
Bring-
get... Yeah.
Bring back cards.
Wow,
right?
we're going to see a Pia and Kiran Nalar.
Oh, okay, a Disdainful Stroke. That is an interesting... Well, that's an interesting sideboard to bring in. I guess it's against the Planeswalkers, right?
Yeah, so
because there's
that-
nothing in his
yeah.
deck that's 4 mana.
So, so Disdainful Stroke is 1 blue for counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater.
Mm-hmm.
And that hits that hits Koth, that hits Chandra Pyromancer, that hits Chandra Torch of Defiance,
That also hits a very big...
Chalice of the
Chalice of Void,
Void.
yeah.
So both players almost at a standstill now. Calvin has no cards in hand, and his board is in his stone bridge and 4 lands. Now, Ilham has, and here we go, Thought Scour again. Ilham just digging in his deck now.
Yep.
Dismember.
Not useful. Land not
Bloodstained
useful.
Mire.
Draw.
Another Thought
Scour.
Scour.
Thought Scour again. Yeah.
So Ilum looking for a Snapcaster Mage now, presumably.
Yeah. Either
Snapcaster
Snapcaster Mage or just directly another Kolaghan's Command.
He's counting the number of cards. Like, God, what more do I have to do to?
All right, mill you 2 and I draw 1.
Wow.
And what's the draw?
It's a
That's
Team of Battle Rage.
Not useful. Just gonna pass the turn. I'm curious why Ilham didn't mill himself. Like the worst case scenario is, of course, you have a what's his
Oh, wow,
name?
he's just drawn a Chalice of the Void for 2, and he's going
Right.
to counter. Wow, this is
Yeah,
a
so
disdainful,
stubborn denial.
stubborn denial.
Okay, so he's got to just prevent Kelvin from dropping.
Well, there it
anything.
is. Oh, there it is.
And Kolaghan's Command.
Wow.
And there's a handshake, and Ilham takes it 2-1. He is 2-0. Kelvin is 1-1, and we will see who his opponent is next turn. Wow, that was fun.
Ilum literally drawing the card and couldn't get it onto the battlefield
Like,
quick
faster,
enough.
like, you gotta
Just
do
gonna the definition of windmill slam, just off the top, straight onto the battlefield. Calvin didn't need to see any more. He knew that his,
that time is up, sir. All right, let's go to our other table, our side table. I believe it should be 1-1 right now. No, I believe it should be 1-0.
1-0 to Reeve.
Let's take it. Yep. Yeah, the Ulamoks are very powerful. We have such a cluttered board state right now. This is interesting. Well, Reeves got an Oblivion Stone.
So
he
I
just
think
blow everything
Reeves got a Reeves Thoughtseized, I believe. He's tapped the Lamour Waste for black, and he's looking at Weng Heng's hand, which is a Renegade Rallier. I believe that middle card is a Devout Lightcaster.
Which one?
The one in the middle. So he's looking at 3 cards here. So he's got.
Oh no, that's the Sun Titan.
Oh, it's a Sun
Yeah,
Titan
yeah.
from the dual decks.
Yeah, that's
Heroes
the
versus
humans.
monsters.
Yeah, humans and monsters. Or
And
something
then a
like that.
Unified Will as well, which is the counterspell where if you have more creatures than your opponent.
Generally, I think Wei Hei has more creatures.
Yeah.
I think you take the Unified Will here. I think you take the Unified Will. He is at 9 life though, so this could be.
Yeah, and you see a Sahili Rai on 4.
Looks
Wei
like
Hei.
players are gonna be taking their lunch. 2-0. The 2-0 bracket, the upper bracket gets to go for lunch, and of course the lower bracket definitely gets to go for lunch right now. But the 1-1s, they gotta play. They gotta fight to for their right to win.
Yeah, and Reaver's really umming and ahhing over this decision, really taking his time. He's
Yeah.
trying to figure out, he's taking the Unified Will.
I think you take the Unified Will. Like Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize is in Wei King's hand. But yeah,
And then, it's Forest.
enough mana for you to activate and destroy everything using your
Oblivion
your
Stone.
Oblivion Stone,
So
yeah.
he's just going to pass the turn back to Weng Heng.
So, but Wei Heng can't. I mean, like he can't let Sahili Rai just keep going like this. But on the other hand, he knows that Wei Heng here has a Sun Titan, so that becomes very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and the Oblivion Stone quite a good hedge against Sahili Ray and infinite Felidar Guardian tokens.
That's right.
Presumably. So you're going to +1, deal 1 damage to Reeve, scry 1, keep
And
it on
keeps
top.
it on top. Okay.
So what's Weng Heng? I feel that Weng Heng's looking for 1 card. Well, no, he's not looking for a Felidar Guardian because of the Oblivion Stone. So maybe he's looking for a Khazali Pride Mage to destroy it, but it would just go on the Oblivion Stone would just go on the stack in response.
Yeah, I think Yeah. Does he have Kasali Prime Mage? He's got one.
He's got 1.
Does he have another one in his?
No, he's got
Sorry
Reclamation Sage as well.
Right. Okay. So either one of those would be good. Yes, you're right that the Oblivion Stone will go, like that trigger will go on the stack. I think Wing King here might want to force the activation here. He's tapping 5 mana, 6 mana.
No, Noble Hierarch, so we're going to see a Sun Titan.
Yeah, probably going to see a Sun Titan. Maybe bring back a land or a Lotus Cobra. I think
Yep.
you bring back a land. So Sun Titan here going to bring back a Sahili Rai.
Wow. So is he doing this to force the activation of Oblivion Stone? So
Wait,
brings
wait,
it-
wait, wait. Wait, he brings back Sahili Rai. So Sahili Rai enters the battlefield.
Yep.
Why did... Oh.
Because and he's going to do another damage because the trigger will get the so
Right, so you can just keep doing it almost infinitely.
yeah. So
Right,
I
yeah,
assume
yeah, he brings
I assume that Wang Heng has seen the card you'd keep on top if you're going to do that play is Felidar Guardian.
Most likely, but
Oh, and a second
man.
Oblivion Stone. And you saw Wang Heng just go sit back
Like,
in his
just sit back,
seat.
it's like, yeah, Wei King has this interesting tell. If
Okay.
you play against him, like he will like tilt his head, like a little fast twitch of the head, when he knows like he's in trouble. And yeah, I just saw. I looked up and I just saw
So-
him do it just now. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and he's got 4 mana tapped. Okay, Riverwise Augur.
okay, that's a
So
that's a
brainstorm,
pretty good card.
brainstorm on a stick. Now, if Sahili Rai can copy this, so he's going to look at the top 3 cards of his library. He's going to add them to his hand, and he's going to put 2 of
Two
those
random
cards,
cards,
back.
yeah.
No, 2 cards
Yeah,
back on top of his library.
Mhm.
Now, if he has a fetch land,
they'll be awesome.
and then Sahili Rai
Like-
copies Riverwise Augur, and he does it again,
Oh, but he need another fetch land. of course.
he would need a fetch land, yeah. Do you think people they've just seen they've seen Brainstorm, they're like, oh, I can play Brainstorm in Modern and flicker it, and they're just enamored by it.
You have Fact of Fiction, right?
Because this is the only Rivals of Ixalan card in our field today.
Right.
There's Sorcerer's Spyglass is the Ixalan card in our field. But this is the only one from the new set that's made it
The
in.
rivals, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if people are looking at it and it's just like, oh, this is good.
I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly we saw like Storm the Vaults
Still on the
in
vote.
like Modern. Like, it's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like, flip it over, you got infinite blue mana. Oh, Felidar
Oh, goodness.
Guardian here.
Lotus Cobra. Okay. So presumably Wang Heng wants to see a land now. Tap 3 for an Eldritch Evolution.
Ooh, okay.
And we're going to see a Warping Whale in response.
Oh wait, no, Eldritch Evolution is
Oh no!
it's
So
counter
Eldritch-
target, yeah.
yeah, counter target sorcery spell.
yeah.
But the Lotus Cobra is the sacrifice is a cost.
Whoa, yeah. No, but he can counter target sorcery spell.
Yeah, I think that's what he's choosing to do.
Okay, so what happens here is that we rewind to the point where no, he can cast it. He can cast it. No, Reef, what did you do? Wait.
So we've got
wait.
multiple people watching.
Wait.
So I think we're gonna figure that out. So we're just gonna get a rules check on whether the Eldritch Evolution has been cast, because Wang Seng is sorting his cards out. And our level 1 judge Mick is rushing over to the feature match area to determine what has happened. And in the meantime, we'll try and bring you some more updates from our remaining round 2 games. We have around, I think we've got 4 games, or we've got 3 games left, including the Reeve versus Wang Heng game. I think most of the competitors in either the 0-2 or the 2-0 bracket have gone for lunch already. And then the 1-1 players will be they'll be playing round 3 to determine whether they go into the upper bracket or the lower bracket. So Mick,
I have clarified.
explain to us what's just happened there. Mick's back now. He can.
I have clarified. Okay, so what has happened there is that Eldritch Evolution. Can we bring up Eldritch Evolution?
Yep.
Because like many of these spells, is that you cannot. Ooh, Magus on the Moon is the good stuff. Okay, so All right. So, Eldritch Evolution, as an additional cost to cast Eldritch Evolution, you sacrifice a creature, then you search your library, blah blah blah. But the most important part is that you, the additional cost to casting Eldritch Evolution is to sacrifice a creature. So what Reeve was trying to do there was to use Warping Whale to exile target creature with power toughness less than one or less.
Yep.
And so then they called the judge, of course. Then what had happened was that you can't use it to exile the creature, and so actually so they rewound to the point where the spell was cast, so the creature was already sacrificed, and Reeve went, okay, resolves, and so the Eldritch Evolution resolves. If we bring up Warping Whale, you'll see why I'm a bit surprised that happened, because Warping Whale here, one of the modes on Warping Whale,
Counter target sorcery spell.
oh yeah, and guess what? Eldritch Evolution is a what?
It's a sorcery.
Oh, what now? Oh, okay.
So basically, Reeve has just chosen the wrong mode.
Yeah, and this we there are a lot of modes on Warping Whale. It's a very flexible card, and I think he wasn't aware that he wasn't aware that Warping Whale could counter target sorcery spells, so he just let it go, and that's unfortunate because that should not have happened. Like the Magazine Moon hitting the battlefield, and assumably Reeve just gave up, put his hands in the air, I'm done for.
Okay, you've yeah. Reeve did have a lot of mana available. He could still cast.
He could still cast Ulamog. He
Curse.
could still cast a lot of other creatures as well, but just did not, which is very strange. All right.
And we'll try and get some updates on our other games
Yeah.
coming in. We've got
Looks like Pichun still playing his game.
yeah, he is.
And who else? Shake's done. Who else is playing? Shixiang is playing his game against Ikai. Shixiang is on. Okay. What is Shixiang on? Shixiang is on. Okay, so Pichun is playing Ken. Shixiang is playing Ikai. What's Ikai on again? Affinity, right?
No, he's.
Oh, he's playing the
Abzan,
Abzan combo, yeah.
Abzan.
Abzan combo, and Shixiang we saw earlier. He's playing the. I think Shixiang,
He's
he's
playing-
playing
he's
the
playing-
Affinity, right?
No, he's playing mono. He's playing blue-white control, with no Geist of Saint Draft.
Oh, right. Okay, that's true. That's right. Okay. So, and the rest of the players are done. So we are watching the last 3 games for this round. So this is round 2. We will have 11 rounds of games today.
A long day.
Long day. Yeah. But it's gonna be great because at the end of the day, somebody's gonna be crowned champion, and then we are just gonna look at them and say, "Hey, man, you won $1,500. You are the winner for the 2017 Grey Ogre Games Championships, or the Invitationals, and you will be invited next year for the Invitationals too." Yay!
Sounds good.
And if you want to find out how you can participate in the Invitationals, just go down to greyogregames.com. That's it. And we have the live score there. Let's refresh and let's see if anything's been updated. Let's see. No, I don't think so, right?
Mm.
Pichun, Ikai, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow, it's been updated already. So Guo Wei goes through. Danny is going to be playing with the winner between Jeffrey and Zhong Yi.
So
I
they
think
finished
right?
already. So I think Jeffrey won. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. We'll get updates in a bit. Sheikh and Ryan gets bumped out and he is joining the lower bracket. So Sheikh will be
Playing
the loser of between Lun Yi and Chin Heng. I think Chin Heng lost, so Sheikh is going to be playing Chin Heng in a while. Ilham and Kelvin. So Ilham
Ilham
makes
won.
it 2-0. So Kelvin will be playing
the winner of Reeve and Weng Heng. The
yeah,
winner of this game here.
the winner of this game. Yeah. Cool. It's gonna be an interesting day.
Yeah. A lot of Magic still to be played.
Yes.
You know, for people who are in the lower bracket, you still have an opportunity to win.
Yeah.
No one's out of contention yet. It's just if you're in the lower bracket, it's slightly more difficult.
Yeah, for those of you, like, don't give up hope. Like, those of you in the lower bracket, obviously you're not watching the stream. But, like, you shouldn't give up hope because we have a friend who just went to Japan to catch the finals of the, what's that game? What's that card game in Japan? Eternal? No, not Eternal.
Vanguard?
Not Vanguard.
Force of Will?
No, the
Yu-Gi-Oh?
one on the one on your mobile phone. Somebody help me here.
Hearthstone?
No, not Hearthstone. The other Hearthstone.
Eternal.
Not Eternal. The other Hearthstone. There's somebody in the chat help us out. But anyway, yeah, he won that, but he was in the low bracket for the entire day, so he had to go to the finals and he had to fight the finals twice.
Shadowverse,
yes,
the
Shadowverse.
chat.
Yeah.
Boo13 who in the Twitch chat asking where to check live score updates. You can find those at GregorGames.com.
Yep.
We're updating it, and we'll be posting results into the chat as well, just as they come in.
Yep.
So game 3. Reeve on the play. I think Reeve is looking at his hand longingly.
Did the left side of our screen like freeze? Oh no, it didn't.
No,
Okay.
Reeve is just
Reeve
sitting
like-
very, very still.
I always get worried, like when both players are thinking like deep in thought and they're like just frozen. I'm really I get a bit freaked out because I think like, oh, our cameras like just die.
Yeah, and he's going to mulligan. He did not like that hand. He had a couple of Tron lands, but I don't think he liked it enough to keep
Yeah.
it. And he's going
He
to.
didn't have access to Tron on turn 3, or at least try to find a way to get Tron. And Wing Hing here keeping that 7 and Reeve going down to 5, I think. And this is one of the main reasons why bringing Tron to a 16-man tournament might be a little tough. Everybody's going to have Tron, like a little bit of Tron hate. And B, it's not as consistent because you want to just win at least 2 games so that you're in the upper bracket. You want to go 2-1 and make sure that you secure your place. You got an extra life for the remainder of the day. And Tron maybe not the best deck to
Yeah,
be able to do
Scry.
that.
I think it was a Sylvan Scry and kept it on top.
Oh yeah.
Then Urza's Tower into Expedition map. Basic Forest, Wang Hang,
He's gonna get
to Paradise.
Tron turn 3. Oh, not that wasn't.
I know it wasn't a Sylvan Scry. No.
That
It's
was a Ugin. Looks like Sylvan Scry.
yeah. It's that ethereal blue color that both of them have.
And that swirly, like
Yeah.
the new Sylvan Scry, the old
Okay,
Sylvan Scry.
here we go. Wang Heng So, can he hit the turn 2 Infinite Sahili combo? He has the pieces. So
Alright,
what I
so-
can see, he has a turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 Lotus Cobra, fetch land. Now Lotus Cobra says whenever a land enters the battlefield, add 1 mana of any mana to your mana pool.
Yeah, this is
So
the old
Brown-
card, hasn't been reprinted, I believe.
So this was is World Wake.
No,
Zendikar, original Zendikar.
Yeah.
It was a mythic rare, which made people unhappy because it was like one of the tournament staples.
Yeah,
And then when they made mythic cards, they're like, oh, we'll make cool, splashy mythic cards that aren't necessarily you need 4 of, whereas this was like a deck card
you so
definitely
need
needed
4
4
of
of,
this. Lotus Cobra, so freaking powerful.
It does not see much play in
in
modern.
anymore. Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
But
But
it used to.
yeah, it used to. But it does. In this particular deck, we're going to see if. So, yeah, fetching for a breeding pool.
You know what he's
Untapped.
gonna look for?
What's he going to look for?
Eldritch Evolution, Magazine Moon.
Do you like that?
Reef Scoops.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Well,
for
let's
sure, I like-
let's see.
I like it a lot.
Let's see.
Like it a lot.
So he does have an Eldritch Revolution in hand.
Okay. So he doesn't have the problem is he doesn't have the Renegade Rallier. If he had the
Yeah.
Renegade Rallier, he could go off. He could.
Well, I think what you're supposed to do is use Eldritch Revolution now to play the Eldritch Revolution. No, you don't, because you need the Eldritch Revolution to get the Felidar Guardian. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think he has a Sahili Ryan hand as well.
No, you lock your opponent out. Like you lock
You
him
just- you
out.
just wanna lock
hard.
him out now.
The fact that Reeve went to scry that first turn and kept that card on
Yeah.
top, you know that's trouble.
Yeah.
You know it's trouble, and you need to do it now. So the alternative to this, okay, if Reeve here, right? If that card that Reeve just drew was a Khan, you're in trouble. If that card was what Reeve drew, which was a
And
Ugin,
again.
it's okay, no problem, no big deal.
So we're gonna see.
But let's see what Wei Hing thinks. You totally go for the Megazord Moon right here. Like completely, there's no question in my mind that it should be Megazord Moon. Why, Wei Hing? Why are
the
you?
Twitch chat. The
you
Twitch
thinking-
chat
yeah.
want Wang Heng to go for the Magus of the
That's
Moon right
like
now.
yeah. Dark Angel is like full caps, lockdown now.
And here we go.
Wei Hing.
Here it is, Eldritch Revolution.
Lockdown, do it now. Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, do it now. Get the blood moon.
He's really slow rolling the Eldritch Revolution here.
Yep,
Gonna sacrifice.
Yep.
He's choosing what to sacrifice.
No, don't get rid of the birds. Don't get rid of the birds.
He's getting rid of the Lotus Cobra.
Yep. Yeah, you have no more fetch lands.
So in response, Reeve is just going for the Expedition map. I mean, you have to.
No, you should let the Eldritch Evolution resolve first, then your Expedition map. No, Reeve, you're doing it the wrong way
Oh, well,
around.
because he can get a basic land.
Yeah. No, Reeve, you're doing it the wrong way around. Reeve.
So
no.
this means that Reeve has to get his land first, right? Because he's responded. He's done this in
Yes,
response.
No, Reeve, you did it the wrong way around.
So let's have a look. What's happened? He's going for.
Oh no! Oh no! This is This is bad. This feels bad. This is not ideal.
So he's gone for a basic swamp. But if he has a basic swamp and a fatal push, if he can get something off the battlefield next turn, he can use the fatal push on the Magus of the Moon if Wang Heng goes for it.
No, but if he goes for Magus of the Moon, like he should have kept the
Expedition map to
Beca-
sacrifice it, then go get the swamp.
Yes. No, it doesn't make sense. Where are Reeve? No.
Here we go.
All right.
Wang Heng
Let's see.
really slow rolling us with this.
Yeah, no. He's
Revolution.
he's thinking hard. Like, do I go for a Renegade Rallier? Now that I saw my opponent go for that swamp, you gotta assume that he has Tron in hand, right?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
pulling it to the front.
Is there only one Magus on the Moon? Right? in the main board, in the sideboard?
One Magus of the Moon in the sideboard, and that's it.
The main board, none.
None.
Right. You got this is the one matchup. Oh wow, okay.
He's gone Felidar Guardian.
Alright, so he believes that Reeve doesn't have Tron, and B or not that Reeve doesn't have Khan. Because if he has Khan, then Wei Hing just made the worst.
Wow, and he just
decision.
untaps the forest and says go. So the question is, I think Wang Heng has Saheeli Rai and a red source in play?
Yep, he does. He
So
does.
Thoughtseize.
Oh no.
And there it is, yeah. And there,
No.
he immediately takes the Saheeli Rai.
Yeah, like
So Wang Heng planning for next turn.
Tiggeraf saying, D him, man. Show him your Magus. And Safer Zero there. Get to the chopper. Which is not very appropriate in this context, but
It's yeah, wow, and that has just destroyed Wang Heng's game plan.
yeah. Oh. No, another Eldritch Evolution here, maybe. He just drew another Eldritch Evolution.
So now do you go for Magus of the Moon? Or do you go for
No,
Sun
I
Titan? Do you go for Sun Titan,
bringing
bringing back
Saheeli Rai, and then you
Copy
combo
the-
off. Then you combo off already.
Yeah, because you copy the Sun Titan to get back the. Oh, you can't get back a Fellow Dark Guardian because it's got
No,
4
no.
converted mana cost.
But anyway, yeah, you need to discard another Saheeli Rai somehow.
So he's going to get back Saheeli Rai.
And then I think you -2.
To make a copy.
Yeah. And then you -2.
Oh, he's playing a Stomping Ground tapped. -2, copy the Sun Titan, make a copy of Sun Titan
Yeah.
to get back Lotus Cobra with haste.
Swings in, gets back a creature, gets back a land. Just passes the turn, and now Reeve is like, Reeve needs his Tron land. Like full stop. Reeve
Yeah, he needs Tron now. Because
like now, like
oh, and he
he
drew a
drew
Tron
it?
land.
you draw.
He drew a Tron land. Basically say, oh no, it's not. It's
It's
a.
the wrong one. And, oh.
Oh, he knows. Yeah, he's looking. He looks disconsolate. It's just, you know, it's just. Walking
say,
Ballista,
Walking Ballista
Ballista
for
for
2. Gonna kill the Saheeli. No, but you kill the Saheeli right. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, because when the Sun Titan attacks, you get Saheeli Rai.
That's right.
Back again.
Oh no! Oh no!
So let's see.
Wow, this has been.
Oh, and Reeve
that's
just-
it, yeah,
oh, wow.
He knows it. Like you attack with the Sun Titan, you get back and see Healy right. Okay, sure, you can block for 1 turn, but that's it. That's all you. That's all you got, man. And so Wing Hing here goes 2-1. Reeve here drops to the bottom, the bottom bracket, the lower bracket, and Wing Hing just has to fight one more game. He's playing against Calvin Chen.
Playing mono red.
Oh man, that
Mono
matchup
red
is going to be
control.
tough. That matchup is going to be tough. Like, you know,
Black
4 colors,
Chalice of the Void, turn 1. Bye bye Birds of Paradise. Bye bye Noble Hierarch.
and then you know, Blood Moon follow up. Like, there's no way you're getting out there. Okay, we're going for a short break while we set up the next set of tables. So don't go away. This will be round 3, and we'll be right back.